When in the course of human events has there ever been a looter shooter title released under the great juggernaut expectations as Arc Raiders, guys? This game is one of its kind, guys, and in this video I'm going to go ahead and explain why this game is something special if you haven't latched onto it already, and why I believe personally that it will be the cornerstone of survival extraction shooters for the next few years to come, despite Division 3 being on the horizon. Let's get into it right now, guys. Alright guys, life's a game here. Getting into the video, guys. The reason this video is being made, guys, is because there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of talk regarding Arc Raiders, guys. This game's coming out soon. It's coming out in the next few hours. It's October 29th today, and I just, felt that I needed to get this video out there because I feel there's a lot of people, a lot of agents also within the Division community that are highly sleeping on this game and that need to seriously take this game into consideration and realize that this is going to be one of the, if not the greatest experiences they'll ever have playing an extraction shooter since the invention of extraction shooters. The reason I'm saying this, guys, is because when you look at Arc Raiders, guys, that game, it took a lot of elements from many other different titles, guys, mainly the Division. But the way I see it, guys, to be honest with you, outside of all the other extraction shooters, Destiny, Borderlands, the list goes on and on. Those are just two of the main, some of the two main key juggernaut ones. But what I honestly believe is that Arc Raiders will present a whole new approach to this genre, guys, in a very, very positive sense, guys. During my time playing the Server Slam, I know not a lot of you guys got to actually see me respectively run the Server Slam. I did do 3 streams of that, guys. In case you missed it, you got to totally check it out. It will be in the description below. One thing I realized, guys, is that just the way the game is presented with you and 2 other players, and you guys traversing and going out there to the upper level and seeing and raiding out there and just checking out everything, guys, and exploring the world, Arc Raiders presents something that very, very few extraction shooters present. The whole thing with Arc Raiders, guys, is that it presents a brand new world meant for exploration. You don't really see this a lot in the games today because a lot of the players these days, guys, have a TikTok mind span, meaning they can only be on something for about 5 minutes, and if it doesn't click with them, they don't like to do that. Arc Raiders literally completely kicks that out the water, throws it out the water, and the reason why this game is great is because it literally goes after the fan base that it wants. It seeks after, like a homing missile, after the exact audience it wants, guys, and whichever newbies or new people show up, then so be it. That's what I love about this game, guys, and I feel a lot of respective games in the video game genre today fall short of that. And that's the reason why no games are great. They're always just good. And I personally feel that Arc Raiders has brought like a sense of urgency and a sense of excitement back to gaming, guys, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as like it's concerned and what the devs have done, guys, because the whole thing with Arc Raiders, it's a whole world that, as I said, as I was touching on before, demands exploration. And I just said the TikTok mind thing is because that is toxic to gaming, guys. Whenever you cannot delve into a game and you cannot explore it, if the game doesn't spoon feed you, meaning that you're basically done. That's the typical casual gamer of today. And that's just totally not going to get it done, guys, when it comes to having greatness and being able to get stuff done. Arc Raiders presents a world in which exploration is rewarded. You're able to get key items off of that. You're able to explore new key areas. You're able to expand the universe in your own respective key personal way. And that's something I feel is just missing a lot from gaming, guys. And the Arc Raiders presents that in such a key way. And in addition to that, guys, I got to totally touch on it. Arc Raiders having crossplay involved in it and it running so smoothly, guys. Now, this is another area, and I'm going to get to it in a second with the Division, guys, because you guys see the title and you see the thumbnail. We're going to go ahead and get into this, guys, because this game is projected to go 10 years. And if it's projected to go 10 years, and there's without doubt it's going to be going head up with Division 3. But whether or not Division 3 will be able to beat this game or compete with this game on a long level remains to be seen, and is going to have to remain to be seen. Because I feel that with Arc Raiders coming out, is definitely Arc Raiders' release is pushing the Division and pushing it to make key changes and decisions quick and soon, because all their fan base, a lot of their fan base, they're going to lose. The Division franchise will lose a ton of its fan base if it does not get its stuff in order and start doing the right thing. And I feel with this whole new Survivors 2.0, I feel the reason why, guys, I'm going to go ahead and just say it right now. I feel the reason why that was pushed so much, that they have that coming, is because they know Arc Raiders is coming out. And if they don't come out with anything new, They know that's just game over, like, for them. They know that all their players are going to go to Arc Raiders. You cannot tell me right now, guys, with a straight face that the devs are not looking at Arc Raiders. The Division 2 devs are not looking at Arc Raiders as a supreme key threat to their future franchise and making money with their respective franchise. Because Arc Raiders, guys, it literally takes a lot of the elements from Division 2 and Division, and it respectively just ups them, guys. It does a lot of the things that the Division did not do so well. One of those being crossplay, guys. Many agents within the respective Division community and Division 2 community have been asking about crossplay and been saying that, can you guys get that done? Is that something that we'd really love to have? And for whatever reason, the devs just have not been able to put their thumb on that one and get that done. Arc Raiders does that and definitely checks that off and does that at the highest level. So that's something that Division 3 is going to definitely, for a fact, have to have in order to compete properly with Arc Raiders. That's just number one. Guys, moving forward right there. Crossplay is a very important element, guys, and I know there's been a lot of agents talking about that. And the reason why I say it is there's so many agents that have always said they wanted to play with me, and with crossplay that would definitely be possible. But considering how the game is now with Division, we definitely could never do that. So I think with Arc Raiders, however, that allows you to do that. Not only do that, but you can also run on the same team as them, and it's just crazy, guys, everything that it's doing. And I just feel that Arc Raiders, this is one of the main areas where Arc Raiders is going to shine, or going to allow it to shine. For those players that do not know that this game is crossplay, as crazy as it sounds, there's still some players out there that don't know that. Once it really seeps in and sinks into them, I think a lot of them are going to go and pick this game up with various friends and find out how much of a blast the game is. And another thing, guys, which brings me to my next area, PvP. So a lot of players, like I said, guys, nobody really likes having to go into a world and have to find key legit legendary gear only for a bullet to be put through your skull and another player to pick up your gear. Nobody likes that. I mean, it kind of reminds me of like the Dark Zone and Division, which I wasn't really a fan of, guys, because they obviously, like I said, there's a lot of cheating going on in it. They didn't really monitor that well. But and I know how toxic PvP can be at times as well, as a lot of agents have told me, respectively. That's why mostly I'm solely a PvE player. But I could tell you this right now, guys. In Arc Raiders, man, oh man, I'm going to be PvPing a lot of people, guys, because I enjoy... Arc Raiders does this in a way and makes PvP in such a way where it's enjoyable for a third-person shooter. And I say that because I played many PvP first-person shooters, you know, Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefront, you know, Call of Duty. I played like a lot of like the top PvP first-person shooters, but I'm talking about third-person and making it fun and basically bringing the game to an area where all players, guys, bringing it to a place where all players can actually have fun with a PvP experience. And I think that's one of the main areas where Arc Raiders shines the most, guys, because in any extraction shooter, the least part people liked often that I've always known is the PvP aspect. They never liked the whole aspect of being able to, you know, players being able to kill them and take their gear. I mean, the Dark Zone, for instance. Take the Dark Zone, for instance, guys, within the Division. A lot of players don't go in there, or when it was at times the way it used to be, where because people could steal your gear and take your gear before extraction. A lot of players respectfully never liked that. That's not something that they, you know, gravitated towards and whatnot. And therefore, they honestly just wouldn't really run within the respective Dark Zone that much, because they didn't really want to have to go in there and get like a rare item, an exotic, and then end up losing it. Nobody likes to have key gear taken, guys, but I could tell you this. Arc Raiders makes that fun for some reason, guys. This game makes that fun. The whole interactions you get with the very different players you play, it has me excited just thinking who I'm going to meet when this game comes out, in addition to who I've already met through the respective Server Slam playtest, guys. I mean, there's a plethora of opportunities. There's going to be so many different new areas, so many different new things to discover. Everybody thinks they might know about the game and what the game has to offer. I feel there's going to be some new enemies that we have never seen. And the players we're going to have to all talk and work together and figure out ways in which to defeat these things, as well as keep our gear and maybe team up with some PvP players. That's another key aspect, guys, in Arc Raiders, how you can team up with other teams. You could have your team of 3 and then realize there's maybe like a queen or something somewhere, something you have to fight, or maybe like a tough cave. And you could come across another team and be like, you know what? Have you guys ever gone in that cave before? And they could be like, no, well, we tried to, but it's tough. Yeah, even though we're geared well. Well, we could be like, well, we can both team up, see what gear we can get, and all 6 of you guys can go in that cave, take that cave on, take on whatever bosses are in there, come out with loot, and hopefully some new key friends within your respective friend repertoire group that you can run with on any respective day within Arc Raiders, guys. I mean, the possibilities are just endless. There's going to be so many different crazy shorts that come out with this, guys. You know, I'm going to be bringing them out when this game comes out, guys, because there's just so much. And touching on the PvP aspect, guys, I just feel that this is one of the main areas that it's going to shine in. And once again, as I'm saying, the Division 3 is going to have to shine very, very, very much so in this respective PvP spot and clean up a lot of the errors that they have in their Division 2 game. Because I feel some of these aspects that Arc Raiders has, the Division 2 could have already had. Because I feel like the Division was the best, and I do say was the best extraction shooter, third-person extraction shooter that was out. I feel like, period, for me, obviously, I'm going to be biased, I'm a Division player, but I feel with Arc Raiders coming out now, I feel like Arc Raiders is definitely taking the helm as the best extraction shooter right now, first person or third person. And I feel the Division 3 is going to have to prove itself as the best when it does come out. It's not just going to be its look, its graphics, because I could tell you one thing, guys. With the way these devs, Arc Raiders, what they did, the devs of Arc Raiders, the way they worked on this game, they're not planning to drop this game anytime soon. That's why they said in 10 years. And each one of those years, I guarantee you the game's going to get that much better. So I feel the longer the Division 3 stalls and the longer they take to come out with this stuff and reveal it, it's just the more they're going to have to prove when they finally come out with it. The higher the stakes are going to be for them. The bar is going to be set because Arc Raiders is going to continue to come out with DLC, all sorts of endgame content. You just know that the devs said they're going to be very busy with the game. They have so much plans, they have so many plethora of ways it could go. And let me tell you guys, what they've produced thus far, if anything, if that's anything to tell by, guys, the sky's the respective limit for Arc Raiders. So I don't say this to bash the Division franchise. I'm saying this because this game is going to force the Division franchise to get it together, much so how Clair Obscur is forcing the Final Fantasy series to rethink the way in which they're going about things and to better rejuvenate their games into what players are actually asking. And I honestly just feel it's always good when you have a little healthy competition, guys. I feel like Clair Obscur is good for Final Fantasy the same way I feel that Arc Raiders is good for the Division, because it's going to catapult the Division devs to actually produce the game that we've all been asking for, with crossplay included and everything else, because they all know that Arc Raiders is their main competition. You don't have to say it. There's an elephant in the room. Everybody in the Division universe knows that Arc Raiders is that game, guys. It's the closest thing to the Division 3 we'll get before the Division 3. And it really remains to be seen whether or not the Division 3 will be that good. But everybody in the Division 2 community is basically aware of Arc Raiders, guys. Like, there's no way that they couldn't be. When this game comes out, it's gonna take a lot by storm. And I feel like with the PvP aspect, guys, a lot of people are gonna gravitate towards this. It's gonna be a very fun experience, guys. And I highly, highly implore you, if you have not played this game, to give it a try, because don't just look at it as PvP, you get taken out by another team. If you're well coordinated and structured with your team, guys, you can get a lot of loot extracted, which is what I did in the server. We played against all types of teams. You play against enemies, PvPVE. What more can I say, guys? What more can I say? Arc Raiders is going to definitely take it to that next level with PvP involved. And I just feel that it being PvPVE, both of them, that's what just makes it the best extraction shooter at the same time. You can do both, and it excels at both, guys. It has excellent enemies. I just feel that there's just so much. There's a lot that this game's going to bring, and I implore everybody, especially from the Division universe, to give it a chance and go into it and look at it, and you tell me what it is. Because when this game's released tomorrow, I don't know, how relevant the Division will be, for me at least, moving forward. I mean, I'll still be most likely uploading videos here and there, but the exploration and the type of time that it will respectively take in order to get everything I need in Arc Raiders in order to get the top level gear, I'm going to have to just be focused on that game, guys, and I'm feeling very excited about that game, the same way I was feeling very excited about Division 2 when it first released. So you guys totally be the judge on that. I can only be honest with it, and that was my second point, guys, with the PvP. I feel like the PvP will be definitely a key aspect within Arc Raiders that will take a lot of players by storm as something that they actually love and enjoy. And it makes the game that much more unpredictable. And I believe that's what the devs said they wanted to do with Arc Raiders, and they nailed just that. They wanted, in addition to having the enemies they had in it, PvE-wise, they wanted to also have that suspense of PvP, meaning even when you do get that piece of gear, or, when you get ambushed by that giant colossal enemy, there might be another team that comes to your rescue, or comes in to help you out with that fight, or take you out and get some of your gear and take advantage of the situation, guys. So it just always keeps you on your toes, the game. And I can't say many games that do that these days, guys. Many people talked about Hunt Showdown. I didn't really play Hunt Showdown, guys, because at the time when it was coming out, there was no controller support. And I felt that was a very, very negatively bad look for Hunts at the time, because I was like, considering the time it came out, controller support definitely should have been there. It's a must. I mean, it's like a game coming out now and there's no controller support, just PC support. And we're in 2025, so it's like I feel Hunt Showdown would have been a lot bigger than it was had it had controller support at launch. So I feel like that's where they messed up at. Definitely, that's where they kind of dropped the ball. But I only brought up Hunt Showdown, guys, respectively, just to say that that game was also pretty tense. From what I saw, it was something pretty interesting, but it just doesn't capture it like Arc Raiders, guys. I think Arc Raiders takes all those games, Hunt Showdown, Division 2, Destiny, and all those games, and it just puts it all into one. And it does it in such a great way where it can work, guys. I mean, these devs, they did their homework. They didn't just make this game, sit down and just say, we're going to make a game where everybody can play together. And yeah, we're just going to kind of do that. And then it'll be crossplay, blah, blah, blah. I think they really sat down and thought about this and was like, okay, especially considering the game's going to be going for 10 years, they really thought about the phases of what they're going to do. And I feel like the game's going to shape out respectively, depending on how us as a fan base take it. When it releases, I feel the devs are going to be watching it close, watching what elements players like the most, watching what elements players hate the most, and they're going to be melding the game into that perfect game. So I don't think they're fully done melding Arc Raiders, as great and as insane as it already is. I feel it's only going to get better, guys, and the sky's the limit, guys. It's only going to go higher. That's what I'm saying. Based off of the feedback that the devs get, based off of the gameplay they see, based off of all the stuff, all the uploads they're going to see from us as respective content creators, it's going to help them make the game better moving forward. And that's only, once again, guys, going to add pressure to the Division 3. And I just feel, honestly, guys, the Division 2 is doing all what it's doing because it knows Arc Raiders is coming strong, and they got to come out with something, which is why they're advertising their Survival 2.0, which I believe should have been in the game from time. But they're just getting on that now. They're saying new modes now, although I don't believe that mode is nearly enough to save the franchise and have a lot of players playing it. I feel it's going to have to be that and a new raid, a new incursion, a new legendary mission. They're going to have to do a lot of different things if Division 2 is going to linger around in the time Arc Raiders is out and actually have a respectable, decent player base, guys. I got to be honest about it. So that's just that, guys. That's all I could say in regards to that in the PvP aspect of things. Moving on to the third point, though, the key thing I feel Arc Raiders will shine the most in, guys, outside of, crossplay and also PvP, I believe it's just the world exploration, guys. And I know I touched on that earlier when I was speaking about crossplay and whatnot. It's just that whole uniqueness to be able to explore a brand new, pristine, beautiful, crisp, running on Unreal Engine 5 world with brand new teammates, guys, brand new players from all platforms. And you can talk with them, interact with them within it, interact with other players during it. It's just, in my honest opinion, guys, going to be a very second to none crazy experience, especially considering how well the game runs, guys. I mean, that's one of the things that just knocked it out the park with, guys, to be honest with you. The devs really did their homework, and the game runs pristine, guys. It runs fresh. That was one of the other things I couldn't realize, like just how great the game looked and how smooth it ran. And this just goes to testament to all the other devs that keep saying, oh, we can't make a game on Unreal Engine 5. It's tough. We can't make it run this well unless you have this type of system. That's all lies now. It just shows you that it depends on the talent you have. And if your team is talented enough to do it, and if it's not, that's the company's job to be able to get people in there that can actually work with Unreal Engine 5 and know how to work with it. Because obviously, guys, it doesn't matter what anybody says, Unreal Engine 5 is the future. We were on UE4, now we're on UE5. And it just is what it is, guys. Games got to get with it. And the ones that can succeed in it and make games such as Arc Raiders are going to be the ones that are catapulted up and get to that next level, guys. Another game I'm thinking of is Crimson Desert. If you guys have never heard of Crimson Desert, that's going to be another game on Unreal Engine 5. That's going to be great. So I'm saying that, I'm hoping, of course, because with a lot of these games coming out, especially with Arc Raiders coming out, I'm glad it came out. It's actually proving that a lot of these games that come out on Unreal Engine 5 and they're not optimized well, the devs just, for that game, did not do their homework to the level they could have done it, and they could have made the game run a lot better. That's just how I feel, guys. But as I said, guys, Arc Raiders is definitely one of a kind, and I feel ultimately that it's going to definitely give Division 3 a run for its money. That's if, keyword if, the Division 3 can even beat Arc Raiders, because that game's going to have to do a lot to be able to, grab the fan base from Arc Raiders over to it and keep it there, guys, because Arc Raiders, they're already in the long haul for it, guys. They're already in the long run for it. They already said they're expecting this to go 10 years. With the Division franchise, Division 2 was not expected to go as long as it has gone, year 7, going up into year 8. It kind of just surprisingly got there because it has a very dedicated fan base, and that's one thing I will totally say about the Division, guys. I do love Division, and I find that the people that do love the Division franchise are very strong-minded, individuals in the sense of what they like, guys. They'll continue pushing it even when nobody else is. And I feel like that's a very key cornerstone aspect of the Division community that a lot of other communities don't have. However, guys, I feel like Arc Raiders will also have a community like that too once it's released, guys. Because remember, I'm coming over from the Division and I'm getting a lot of vibes from the Division with Arc Raiders and what it's doing and what it's presenting. And I feel like it's just, they definitely looked at the Division when they were making this game, and they did it in ways that they made it in certain ways that the Division did not do. Like, for instance, guys, Arc Raiders feels like, in a sense, at times, an open world Division title. And I've always said that I would love if the Division, like, franchise, like maybe in Division 3, they put you in regions where you could actually do PvPVE. Like, where it just was like that. Everything was balanced. Obviously, it was not messed up like this. They're going to make a new system and everything that works. But I feel that the Division would shine a lot more if you could explore forests and all that, different things, different peaks, caves, different areas, maybe even underwater with different teammates and different people. I feel like that game would shine beyond measure. And I feel Arc Raiders, if anything, opens the door for the devs of the respective Division franchise to have ideas to see what could catapult Division 3 to being that #1 extraction shooter, in which I believe it respectively could be. But in order for it to be that over Arc Raiders, guys, that would be something crazy. It'd be something special. And I believe that the Division could pull it off, but they'd have to really examine Arc Raiders and what it's doing well and incorporate that into their game. And that's no knock on Arc Raiders, because I feel like the Arc Raiders is going to just get better as it goes on, so Arc Raiders could end up taking the crown from Division 3. But we all know Division 2 definitely is not going to compete with Arc Raiders. It cannot, considering all what Arc Raiders has, how old the Division 2 is, and a lot of the aspects that a lot of the players wanted to incorporate into it. Arc Raiders already has it. The game looks better. It runs on a better engine. It's just, and I feel like that's why the devs now in Division, sadly, are starting to kind of like, I mean, sadly for taking long, but fortunately, obviously, for us as fans of the Division, they're getting back on the ball. They're starting to get the ball rolling again. And I feel they have no choice but to, guys. I feel Arc Raiders pushed them into a corner to the point it's like, you guys better produce or just sit down, I guess, because this game's going to take the helm right now, guys, straight away, right? I'm going to call it out. All I can be is real on my channel, guys. Hit that like button. You already know what it is. This game's going to take the cake from a lot of games. So, like I said, I feel I'm going to be watching the Division closely when Arc Raiders is out, because they're going to have to be announcing some stuff. They might have some surprises up their sleeve. They have to, in order to keep fans involved in this, guys, because the end of the year is coming. Arc Raiders is going to take the cake right now when it comes out for the whole winter. And if the Division doesn't have a new raid or something coming out this winter as a surprise, I just don't see how people are going to be sitting twiddling their thumbs until 2026 for a survivor mode that should have been in the game 6 years ago, and they're going to leave Arc Raiders to play that. I just don't see it happening, guys. I just don't see it happening. So that's the main reason I'm making this video. I feel it's a great thing for both games, guys, both Arc Raiders and the Division franchise. But I feel with Arc Raiders being as great as it is, it's going to help hopefully catapult the Division 3 into what we know it should be, and also hopefully catapult the Division 2 into the end game and finish it off with a bang the way we all know it can, with possibly maybe some new raids, a new incursion, and two new maybe legendary missions. Something like Grand just to end it out, because they're going to have to do something, guys, to get the fan base back once Arc Raiders comes out. You are going to see the Division 2 player base drop once this game is released. So I'm just saying that right now, guys, giving you guys all a heads up. And I just wanted to kind of touch on that, guys. I don't write any of my stuff out right now like this. I'm not looking at a paper. It's not a script. This is just all coming off my mind, guys. I got to be honest. All my videos that you see me talk about, any video you see me make, I don't have a piece of paper I'm looking at with points on it or anything like that. I go into how I know the game based off my own raw gaming experience and emotion and know-how and knowledge. I don't do any of that stuff, guys. So I appreciate any and all of you guys as fans, as true gaming fans. That's why I say, guys, if you guys are a fan of my channel, you got to be a true gamer, because I only know how to be real, guys. I only know how to be real, not fake. Even with my gameplay, I only know how to be real, guys. So you guys go ahead and tell me what you think. Do you believe Arc Raiders is actually going to take the helm from the Division franchise once it comes out in Division 3? Much so to the point Division 3 will have to grab the fan base back in a sense? Or do you feel that when the Division 3 comes out, it's just going to pull all the players back straight away from Arc Raiders, and it's just going to reign supreme? What do you guys think? Because I honestly think that Arc Raiders is in the helm. It's in the driver's seat right now. And honestly, I feel it's going to be in the driver's seat until Division 3 releases. I don't see anything the Division 2 is going to come out with that's going to battle Arc Raiders to the point I'm going to rather spend my time playing that over Arc Raiders. That's just mind-boggling. It's crazy, and that's not to knock Division 2. It's been out 7 years already. It's done great. I mean, it's done okay. I wouldn't say like great, but it's done okay. I did love the mechanics of the game were great, but I feel like there's so much, guys. The Division had so much promise, and I want to just touch on this. And I know a lot of you guys, if you're Division key, top Division fans watching this, everyone's heard this phrase. The Division has so much promise. Division 2 has so much promise that they could make. Different areas, new content. I feel that Arc Raiders is that thing. They're the franchise that's making the content. They're the franchise that's bringing the promise to the extraction shooter of third person. Sadly, I thought Division was going to be the one to do that, but it didn't do that. It did start it, but I feel like moving into the future, there's other games coming out that are going to have to test the Division. And I feel it's awesome anytime there's competition, guys. I've always said that. I'm never an advocate of games getting comfortable or devs or companies getting comfortable with their money. I feel like there always should be a rival like game. Like for Final Fantasy, that's Clair Obscur now. I feel there should always there should always be a game that obviously rivals the key standard game in order to ensure that the key game always performs its best, guys. It's no different than like being on, say, like a sports team or something, or you want the best team. You always want to make sure each one of those players are playing the best they can each night, in order to make sure that you're getting the best production out of every player in order to make the team the best it can be. If the players have no competition and they feel no matter how bad they play, they're always going to be starting, do you really think that team's going to get better? Guys, so that's what I feel. And I feel that by this stuff happening, I'm glad Arc Raiders came out, guys. You just do not know. It's my Division 3 as of right now. What more can I say? I know it's definitely different in that sense, but I'm going to enjoy my time playing it. I'll still be uploading Division videos, guys, Division 2. It's just majority of my time, live streams and everything's going to be on Arc Raiders right now, guys. That's the reason why I'm making this video. But I, however, do believe that Arc Raiders, respectfully, is paving the way, whether it knows it or not, for the Division 3 to be the game we all know and love, and that it should be. So that's a great thing, if anything, guys. Arc Raiders is killing it on all ends, guys. What more can I say? If you guys haven't bought this game, you better go pick it up. It's coming out tomorrow, October 30th, guys. You don't want to miss it. Follow my Twitter X to see exactly when I'm going to be going live with that one. Should be an early morning one, guys. But just keep around, guys, because like I said, this game is going to be something special. And if you guys think I'm lying about anything I said here, or you might not agree with it, or you don't think the game's that great, I highly implore you to watch my live stream early in the morning coming up. And you guys let me know if it's a game that, if I'm going too far off with it, if it's overhyped or anything like that. Because let me tell you guys, I got a full 3 live streams in with this game. And I know when something's overhyped. This game definitely is not overhyped. It's definitely hyped at the level it should be. I think it's a little underhyped because some players are still kind of trying to test the waters with it and say it's not going to be as good as it is. And I'm like, those guys could not have played as long, or they could not have played the game at the highest level that they're supposed to have, or in an experience with a team, to be saying something like that. Because I could tell you guys, out of all the extraction shooters I've ever played, this one takes the cake by far. None of them come close. The only one I would say is probably there in a sense, or has the ability to be there, is the Division. If the developers, the devs can listen to what we're saying as a player base and make the game we all know and love. So you guys go ahead and hit that like button, and go ahead and tell me below, guys, in the comment section. Go ahead and let me know, respectively, what you guys think of this video. Do you think that what I'm saying holds merit, guys? Do you think that Arc Raiders is going to be that game? Will you yourself be on Arc Raiders, guys? How many of you guys can I expect to see, respectively, top side with me as we raid the whole top area, guys, starting out in Speranza? And there's going to be other regions, guys. You guys let me know below. What's your plans for it? Are you excited for it? Do you think it's overhyped? Do you disagree with the video? Do you feel that Division 3 or Division 2 will still, shine even when this game's out? You guys go ahead and let me know. But all I could do is be totally honest, guys. I could tell you one thing. Life's a Game is going to be an Arc Raiders, guys. We're going to be having fun with that. We're going to be getting some high top level gear, making some key new friends. I totally could tell you right now, guys, you do not want to miss any one of those live streams that are going to be coming out with Arc Raiders, guys. I don't know. I'm going to be playing mostly this game. So I'm going to see what other games I can incorporate into the mix, guys. But I'm going to bring you guys fire with this. And if you guys love my Division 2 content, I can only say you're going to more than love this content with Arc Raiders, guys. So I shall see you around, guys. Thank you for listening to this. It's promising. The future is so promising, guys. And it's great to see finally, guys, a game coming out where the hype actually meets the bar and more so exceeds it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and say that. You guys take care. Thanks for listening. And I hope to all see you guys topside eventually, guys, because this game is something special. And congrats to the developers of Arc Raiders, guys. Got to give you guys congrats. Excellent game. I'm looking forward to the next 10 years with this game. What you guys are going to bring with it. Hell, the first like 2-3 years, it's always the magic moments, guys. There's nothing like the magic moments. So you guys take care. Thank you for listening. And go ahead and tell me what you think about this video, guys. GG's.